action.
Yes. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about how I planned Ivy's first birthday party. Now, birthday party planning, I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but it turned out to be quite an endeavor. For those of you that have planned birthday parties for your children before, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Now, at first, we had actually thought we were not going to have a birthday party. We were thinking, you know what, she's only one. She really doesn't know that many kids yet. And so, you know, why have the party? But after a lot of thought and talking to our foster child, he actually came up with the idea that we should really turn this into a community event. Something that all of our neighbors, all of our friends could come to, their kids could come to, no matter their age, and we could just have a great time. After all, a 1-year-old's birthday party is really for the adults. Let's be real here. The first thing we did was plan a theme, and right away when we sat down, we all knew it was going to be Baby Shark. Now, for those of you that have been following our channel for some time, you know that Ivy, our daughter, loves Baby Shark more than anything else in the whole world. We even have a video where we caught her dancing to Baby Shark. I'll link you guys to that in the cards. But we knew this was our theme and we were so excited, and I thought, you know what, this is gonna be easy. I'm gonna go online, it's gotta be some shop out there selling Baby Shark stuff. But when I went online, I was super disappointed because I couldn't find anything. I pulled up my sleeves, opened up my Photoshop, and got to work. And ultimately, after a lot of work, I managed to create a little pink baby shark that I absolutely loved. And then what I did is I went on Zazzle and I found cups and plates and napkins, and it allowed me to take my Photoshop images and place them on there and have it printed. Now, Zazzle's not sponsoring this video, but I do want to recommend their service. It turned out amazing. The next thing I did was create an invitation in Photoshop, and we decided to save paper, and also we didn't have a ton of time, so we sent our invites out via email. I just created a little JPEG that I could send out to people, and it had our Baby Shark theme on it. I thought about using some of the websites that do the automated sending, but it seemed to really require a lot more time, and this was just kind of the easy way to do it. The next thing on our planning list was to decide what kind of food we wanted to have. Now, our guest list grew into a huge number. We ended up with about 50 guests. It was quite the event, so we did need to do some type of catering. At first I thought I was going to make the food, but as the guest list expanded, I knew there was no way I could produce enough food to feed everyone. So we went and we decided to do a taco bar at our party, and this, guys, was a huge hit. So I had catering come in, and we had tacos with beef, chicken, and pork, and all of the fixings. So they brought salsa and lettuce and cheese, those types of things. They brought tortillas. They also had chips and salsa and guacamole as an extra add-on. We definitely went for the guacamole. Everyone loved it. One thing I learned from planning this party is that no matter what time of day it is, no matter if it's a 1-year-old's birthday party, adults always say yes to margaritas. So if I had this to do over, I would actually order more margaritas than I did, because they were gone within the first half hour of the party and people still wanted some. So next time for future planning, remember the alcohol for the 1-year-old party. We all thought that was pretty funny. We also had a dessert table. On the dessert table, I had a fruit tray, cupcakes, and also a dessert tray that I had ordered just from our local grocery store. And I had checked into some of the fancier places, but to be honest, some of those cupcake places, they charge a ton for their cupcakes and their cakes. And I just kept thinking, you know what, I don't think people are going to care that much about it. So I just went with those traditional items and people seem to really love them. On Etsy, I did get cupcake toppers. I got little sparkly shark fins that you can put down into the cupcakes, and those turned out to be super cute. The next thing on our list was activities for the children. Now, the children at the party ranged from Ivy all the way up to teenagers. So it was kind of a challenge to figure out what exactly we should do. But Eric, this was his area of expertise. So he came up with a bunch of games and things for the kids to play. We did have a potato sack race. We had them do these random things like try to bounce a ball in your hand without dropping it. We had a scavenger hunt. The kids loved it. It didn't matter if they were 15 months old or if they were 17. They wanted to play these games. And we also had a ton of prizes that I picked up, like outdoor game activities. So like I don't even know what you call it, but you take it and like you put this little paddle on your hand and you throw the ball back and forth and it sticks with Velcro to the paddle. We also gave away water guns. The kids loved that. Water balloons, all of these types of just fun little trinkets that kids seem to really get a lot of pleasure out of. So all of the kids were super into the games, and then after the game, they basically went as a group and played basketball, and they played water gun fights, and all of those types of things that kids just love to do when it's warm outside. And it really provided some amazing memories for our neighborhood. Everyone after was just so excited to see all of the kids playing together and just having kind of that, you know, that day that you see in the movies. And it was really special, and it provided a great memory, and it made me so happy that we decided to do the party. The next thing on the list was to decide what type of party favors to give out. Now, I couldn't use my theme necessarily, so I just had to go with regular shark and fish type items. But what we decided to do were these cute little buckets. Hopefully you can kind of see that here. I'm trying not to dump it out. So a little sand bucket. I used blue. I figured girls and boys will both like this color. And then I filled it full of fish and shark type stuff. So let me show you what I did. So the first thing we have are these cute little shark water guns. The kids love these. They ended up squirting each other for hours after, and even for days after the event around the neighborhood. The next thing on the bucket, and probably the most popular, were these shark glow sticks. And I found these online. I think they're at Party City. And the kids love these. They ran around the neighborhood at night with them all lit up. And they actually work pretty well, so I highly recommend these. The other thing that the kids have been playing with for weeks around the neighborhood are these paddle balls. I had these when I was a kid, and we used to love them, so I ordered them on a whim thinking, I don't know if kids still like to play with these, but yes they do. Also, adults like to play with them. Eric and I have been obsessed with trying to make this thing work, and he's like a champion, me not so much. We also gave out a little ink pen that is actually a maze. You probably can't see this, but it has a little ball inside, and you can kind of like twist it around and get it to go down the maze. We also put a small beach ball into every single one. The kids really love these, and I think they'll use them a lot this summer at the swimming pool. And then finally, we had some different candies. So I put in a little bracelet that's edible. It's just kind of like sweet tarts, and it has a little fish on it. And then I did these little fish shaped ring pops. And then finally, the last edible item were these suckers. These were actually the favorite for the edible items among the kids, and they turned out to be really cute. And again, sorry, it is really hard to see this on camera. So guys, in the end, we pulled off this birthday party in about 3 weeks. We had about 50 guests, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that we did it. Ivy was a little bit hesitant at the party. She did not love how many people there were around. She kind of wanted to stay back. She was clinging to Daddy. Ultimately, what we ended up doing was bringing out her playpen She and another little boy who is 15 months old, who lives in our neighborhood, had a little play date inside the playpen, and that seemed to really bring her a lot of joy. We tried not to be those parents that force her to do something that she's just not ready for. There were way too many people, and the kids were super excited, so there was lots of yelling, and I just think it was a little bit overwhelming for the little kids. So they ended up playing with some of the toys and having a great time doing that. It was the first time she's really interacted with a very small child, and she loved it. She kept reaching out and touching him and wanting to see what he was doing, and he was doing the same to her, so it's really cute. I think her favorite part of the party was opening presents. She did enjoy that. We had actually asked people to not bring presents, so a lot of people were still really sweet and wanted to bring something for her. Several people brought books, which I thought was a fantastic idea, and I think that's something I'm gonna do when I go to parties from now on. Just trying to remember that kids have a ton of toys, and so adding to their reading library is never a bad thing. I actually really appreciated the families that did that. And then some of our closer friends bought her some pretty cool like bigger items, which I may share with you guys in another video. Overall, I think the party gave us so many amazing memories, and I can't wait to tell her about it one day. I think Ivy is going to look back and see that, you know, even though she wasn't old enough to really remember it, it was the day where we celebrated her 1 year of being with us, and we did that by bringing everyone we love and care about together. So I definitely encourage you guys to have a birthday party, whether it's small or large, for your little one. I think it makes for such a beautiful moment, and just time to sit down and reminisce and kind of accept the idea that it has actually been a year since you gave birth to your little one. It's important to remember that the first year is really tough, and it's full of amazing, beautiful memories, but it's also quite challenging for the parents and the other family members that are helping out. So why not take a moment and celebrate that? Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye!